So the essentially what has happened is from selling point solutions, the journey has led us to become a transformation partner of customers through our channel partners. This is essentially what has the transformation that has taken place. So today, you mentioned about these quarks, which are basically three large solution sets that we have around cloud, which we call the cloud quarks, which is also the platform, the cloud management portal through which we help our partners manage their cloud commerce. That is one part. The second one is the security quarks, which is basically the set of security portfolio and the solutions around that. Security is one of the most fragmented category. There are so many different silos in that category, from endpoint security to perimeter to data DLPs and data protection to your cloud security to identity and access management, SIM, and the list goes on. And it's an evolving area because it's a very complicated area, and it has moved from beyond the security, the landscape of threat has gone beyond the perimeter to the endpoints, and then to the households. And in the cloud world, the number of exposures are way too many high, and so you have to look at security very differently from how we used to look security previously. Let's say even 5 years back also, the approach that organizations took about security is they used to look at security from a rear view mirror. So you will first go on building your IT assets and then strategize how you should protect them from external threats. So again, there are so many different silos of security. We are looking at the subject overall and trying to give a security solutions to our customers through our security partners. So this is the second part. The third area is about data quarks. So you would remember a few years back, we went to the drawing board and we envisioned that there are certain areas which were not the distributions area of focus at that point in time. Even today, there are only a very few areas who are gone into that area. But we saw an opportunity that data science and analytics, because of a lot of other things that were happening outside, can be made available to our customers at scale. It is primarily because the huge computing power that was being made available to the customers, and the speed of access to reach and access the data or the computing power in the cloud world. So basically, data science is about using very advanced mathematical models on a large set of data to predict, to forecast, to prescribe outcomes, and so on and so forth. So when we saw that, we said that we will again create a solution set, not just a very point solution around the data strategy. So data science involves on one side, which is about using advanced analytics to predict, to forecast, to prescribe, to deliver visual analytics on one side. On the other hand, you have this data management and data engineering. It involves large storage vendors like us, the SAN and NAS, to the storage on the cloud. Then the subjects like data management, MDM. Then you create data lakes and data warehousing. Then you have data engineering, ETL, and all of that forms part. Because if you want good analytic solution, they only work when you have very clean, pristine data. So this entire stack is a one solution set, and we have reached out to many solution partners, built a nice stack around data quarks, and then taking them to the market. In the process, you need capacity to deliver the solutions. So we are working very closely with our partners, some traditional partners, some new set of partners who are very specialized on delivering analytics. And we have created a nice ecosystem. And essentially, then under the data quarks, we are delivering this solution sets to the market. For the cloud, again, we have, like I said, we have the cloud management portal, Cloud Quarks, through which on one side, we are simplifying the commerce for the cloud, born in the cloud partners, or the cloud commerce. We work with all the major hyperscalers in the market. We work with a number of SaaS. We work with a number of PaaS providers. And then we have specialized partners who are very focused on delivering cloud solutions, be it migration to advisory and all that. And we have created this platform, one, to deliver the commerce, simplifying that commerce; two, to create a service catalog and aggregate services of different partners; three, work with a set of ISVs, and we have a ISV hub in that platform, and then we take their solutions to the market, help them focus on their products, and we can manage their infrastructure and do co-selling and take their products to the market. Another important part is part of the cloud offerings is also our managed services offerings. So we do end to end. Not only we take the customer to the cloud and help them adopt cloud, we also, once, even when they are on the cloud, we help them manage their infrastructure through providing managed services. And in that regard, we have also developed a number of IPs. For example, the Track My Cloud, which is basically a cloud monitoring and optimization solution. So it monitors usage, it optimizes usage, it does a lot of auto provisioning and automation of creating new VMs and usage and so on and so forth. So we have done quite a few things, both in terms of investment in people, our channel, and also creating a lot of IPs to help fast track these practices. You would have known that we have developed and invested in building a very strong consulting practice, advisory and consulting. They are focused on in very niche areas, particularly areas where still there is a lot of gaps. Like you said, many partners to start with, they look up to us, come to us, they bring opportunities from their customers, and they want to start right at the consulting and the advisory stage, where Citrus steps in and possibly goes to the customer with our partners, do an advisory services, and then Citrus also in many cases will do very specialized services, advanced analytics, be it very specialized cloud use case, very typical migration opportunities where the partner requires our help. We step in with our practices. That is one part, which is so that, because a lot is happening very fast in the marketplace. The other part is, the traditional motion is time proofed. You still go to partners. We work with a large set of partners, be it born in the cloud or be it traditional SIs who are wanting to transform and create and build a cloud strategy. We are working very closely with them to enabling them on different areas of cloud, data science, analytics, security, and so on and so forth. So it's a parallel process. While on one side we are trying to create an engine and that ecosystem of partners who are specialized to deliver these services, at the same time, we don't want our partners to just, because it takes time to build that skill, and maybe as we speak, they don't have that. They don't have to lose any opportunity or leave any opportunity on the table. So they can still come back and they can white label our services, take it to their customers, and we can fill the gaps while they take this time to go through this journey. Challenge in the sense, not just certification, of course. I mean, the pace at which innovation is happening outside. I feel pity sometimes from many of the organizations, because it is not easy even for us. It takes a lot, because by the time you master a skill, you will see that many of it has become obsolete. That is how fast the market is changing, trends are setting in. So it is not an easy journey, but more than ever, it has become important for partners and ourselves and the entire ecosystem to continue to constantly evolve in terms of getting certified, learning new skills, having new set of people with, attracting, retaining talent, helping honing their skills in these new areas. So it is, I think, it has always been very important to get certified, get skilled, bring new skills. It is even more important today. And that is another area where we see our huge role, our Redington and our companies who are there in the same space to play in the going ahead. So, I would specifically talk about the cloud now. It is the marketplace. The CloudQuarks was built. It is a B2B marketplace as we speak, or a cloud management portal to put it more aptly. It has multiple functions. It has been built grounds up by Redington, keeping in mind the commerce requirements of our cloud partners. So we built it grounds up. We listened a lot to our partners and the users, and went back to the development environment, created the platform to make it better, improve commerce on the platform, simplify the process of auto provisioning and using the platform, go to the cloud. We are adding recommendation engines. We are adding service catalogs. So all that is keeping in mind how the commerce of the partner can be simplified. It is becoming a hybrid multi-cloud environment. One partner has 50 plus customers who have very different usage of cloud, very different cloud subscription models. So we are giving them a single pane of glass through which they can manage the commerce. The second thing is, like I said, that we are creating these services catalogs. So our partners, when they are investing in a particular service, we are helping them release it on the platform through the catalog, and that is then available for all the markets that we are present today. And for any other partner, like I said, it has become a ecosystem of collaboration, and we can take the services to different markets. And the third thing is obviously the ISV hub, where interesting solutions are being made, which are cloud native solutions, which we are publishing on the cloud, and then it is available for commerce for across the regions that we operate. I can see very, very interesting growth on both traditional and the new businesses that we just talked about. Simply because, as an industry, I think we are going through very interesting times. Even what you call traditional, they are also evolving. Their solutions, for example, many of our traditional data center partners, they are giving a consumption model on premise to the customer. The usual ones. And so there are interesting solutions coming in from the from the largest and the biggest who have been around for a long time, and primarily focused on giving world-class infrastructure to the market. They are also evolving. Customers have tremendous demand for infrastructure, application, and what have you. So, both the businesses are growing beautifully. The industry is there to grow. It is the most interesting time in the journey of this industry. Although, the cloud adoption is also very high for the obvious reasons. But when I say cloud, it is both, the public cloud, private cloud, and the hybrid cloud. First of all, I think, our entire model is not made of cloud, but the cloud is definitely one of the key strategic pillars on which we have strategized our next phase of growth. But at the same time, coming back to your point of how hyperscalers see value in distribution, you just have to take a leaf out of what the hyperscalers have done. I think, about 5 years back, 6 years back, when we started the practice, we put the investments much before there was any distribution program with any of these hyperscalers. Of course, Microsoft is a different story because, they also themselves did a transition, and they have been there is a channel story and all. But many of the others, for example, didn't have a distribution program. But all these hyperscalers, including the one that I named, have invested and now doubled down their investment in their distribution program. And the reason being that everybody, the cloud providers, have come to realize that there is no better scaling engine than a distribution model. So I think distribution model is going to thrive in the new reality. The role of a distributor is evolving. All that I said, that there was, if you look at the composition of my business, what it used to be, let's say 10 years back, where possibly we had about 60-70% of the business was hardware, where there was a huge role of supply chain and pick, pack and ship. Traditional distribution and logistics was an important part. Along with it, we also went, and the very important function of enabling the channel and creating capacity in terms of delivery, etc. All that was there, but it was primarily a lot of logistics also involved, the back-to-back logistic modeling. From there, today our business anyway is software and cloud and subscription is about more than 70% of the business today. So you can, and it is only increasing. It is growing faster than in the how we had been growing 10 years back, or at a much smaller base. And today we are growing faster at a much larger base. which is not a reality today. Because if you see that, if you look at how at the market today, if you look at the figures, is the cloud market in the MENA region is expected to, by different studies, if I take an average, about 26 to 30%, whereas our growth in cloud is much higher than that. So which means that hyperscalers distribution business is growing faster than the rest of the business. It is definitely a work in progress. We're still doing the heavy lifting of this entire practice. But it is, things are moving very fast. Channel is opened up because the market is responding very well. There is business to be done. But only thing is, we have to create capacity to deliver, fulfill well that requirement, because that motion is there. There is acceleration, and if at all anything has happened after the pandemic, it is only acceleration of that journey. So there will be no dearth of business in the for our industry, thanks to a lot of innovation and how they have come together to help us right through this crisis and so on. But definitely creating capacity in the new world is the key mantra. We have to create an ecosystem which can deliver and deliver well, and that is how we see that the new evolution is happening. There is to come back to your question, I mean, have we completely evolved in terms of taking everything to digital? But we have very, very ambitious targets. I mean, I think we as a company, Redington, we will go digital. A significant portion of the cloud commerce, for example, happens completely through the platform. So we are already there in that world. But we are gradually moving a majority of our business to digital. We are transforming very fast.